Welcome back to Majestic Mayhem. I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Pickles.
and
I gotta start the show off peppy, Gotta start on a high note.
right. And something needs to be happy. The
Yeah,
world's not, so we should probably be.
yeah.
Just saying. It happened. It happened. Hi guys. Of course I see Dribple's already in the chat. Farrah's already in the
They,
chat. Hi
I
guys.
don't know. They were in the chat earlier talking. They were in the chat like 2 hours ago when the stream got created. So I have no clue if they're here now. I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
fine. I know mine's running around the house somewhere. What he's doing exactly, Lord knows. I couldn't tell you. But I know he's here.
Yeah.
So.
Perry's upstairs cooking. I don't know. I don't care. I'm in the basement. My non creepy basement for the record. Since this entire time you've been picturing I've got like Fred's dungeon basement. I'm in a room.
Okay, it's that in the one video, it looked like a dungeon basement, okay? And you can't tell me I was right in the video, it looked
Oh,
like it.
no. Okay,
It
you've
really
never
did.
seen my basement because I'm in my crafting area and I've been saying for like 7, 8 years, I'm going to get my stuff organized so I can do my crafts.
Mm.
I haven't. So that's why I have a background behind me. Fred's basement is totally dungeon basement, without a doubt. It is. It's
That was
creepy.
funny.
I don't know why he doesn't try to like. I understand it's a basement. There's so much you could do, but if he's going to sit down there every week, I don't know. I would do something to try to make it not as creepy. Not that my furnace is going to eat me alive, but yeah.
Oh, that's great. Hang a bunch of posters up and hide the cement, at least the concrete blocks, and paint. That's what I always picture is the paint.
Yeah. Nope, I've got walls, posters, furniture, my pink star carpet. Yep.
That's funny. That's funny. See, now if people here down here do have basements, you really should look at them a little sideways and as if they have a dungeon. Because, like, basements in Florida are not common. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you have a basement?
You don't admit to having a basement down there. Nope, nope. No one chained up. Nope, you don't hear any noise. Nothing's going on. No trail of blood. Nothing to see here.
See, and that's where people get caught, keeping people on the property. That's where you went wrong, man. That's where you went wrong.
I don't know because there's a house. It's not. It's like across the river from us. Um, the guy died, and when they went, they had some company come in to clean out his house, and they noticed that there was a wall that shouldn't have been there. The guy that so this happened with it less than 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the guy's wife went missing in the 80s. Yeah, she was behind the wall in the basement. So she was in the house the whole time, and it worked out well for him.
I
Yeah,
mean,
not so much for her. Or I mean, they had kids. It was really like crappy, but just
that's
saying, he kept his mouth shut. I think that's number one.
well,
Is
yeah. You can't keep secrets with
yeah.
multiple people. That's the problem. You can't
Well,
do that.
it's not a secret. Once more than one person knows, it's not a secret anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, no, no dead bodies in the basement. Just me.
Oh, it's so great. It's too
Yeah.
funny. It's so
So I
great.
spent today. I had all these things I wanted to do today.
Mhm.
Um, Instead, I played Call of Duty all day. I accomplished nothing. Although I accomplished one thing. You ever do something in your life that is so just little and nothing, but it brings you so much joy? I
Yeah.
changed the I changed the wallpaper on my phone. I haven't changed the wallpaper and I don't even know how many years. I had Pikachu on my lock screen for as long as I can remember. I now have little astronaut cats. So every time I look at my phone, I like forget that I did it because I did it a few hours ago, and yeah, now it makes me smile. My little astronaut cats.
That's great.
Yeah, little things.
Of course, always.
Yeah.
Little things keep you moving, keep things. Yeah, they make you. If you gotta have a little everyday, easy happiness.
Yes.
Everyone has to have something that they can do that makes them happy Easily.
Yes,
That's the best part. Yes. That's
I
the
agree.
quick gratification. Can't argue with that.
So Sir X Man would love to have a house and build a swimming pool in the basement. Why would you want it in the basement though? Why would you not just want it like in your backyard, but have it like covered in like a sunroom scenario?
Yeah, so I don't know about the basement per
Yeah.
se because of I'd be concerned of flooding issues or if something happens to the pump and stuff, it'd be more difficult to get to and replace and what have you. But I can see the appeal of having one inside. Um, there was some people that we knew that had a pool in their house, and it was the coolest thing ever. They had it like expanded and actually built in a solid cement room, so it didn't matter
Hmm.
what the weather was like outside. You could swim all day if you wanted to, or all night. That was cool. That was real convenient and nice. I like that. I can't imagine what the heating and the cool. I can't imagine what the electric bill would be for something like that because it was
Well,
obviously AC and heated as well because it was inside. It was literally an expansion of the house.
well, if you're building an indoor pool, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you. It's no concern what your heating bill is. You had the money for it, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
why do you want it in the basement, X Man? Like, I want an indoor pool because I don't obviously look at me. I don't go in the sun. I want to be in the shade, and this way, yeah, it doesn't matter what type of year it is because I don't want to swim even when like it's 100. I don't
Hmm.
care that I'm in the pool. That's way too hot. So I need to be in a climate controlled room. But someone at my job, they put in a hot tub in their basement. I don't know what they have for humidity because they constantly have to like you can't just have water in your house,
It's like
right?
having
It's too
a
humid. So I
yeah.
don't know if he just has a dehumidifier, if he had to get like a special dehumidifier. I didn't ask too many questions because he also kind of weird. Like he told
I
me one
have
day that
questions.
he was defrosting meat, like
I I
defrosting meat in his hot tub.
I'd be more concerned with like, isn't that like living in a rainforest with that kind of humidity? And I would imagine, yeah, the humidity. Oh, oh, and I say that as someone in
Yeah.
Florida. That's
Yeah,
oh,
he does something to account for it, but like I said, I didn't ask too many questions. I thought it was kind of weird.
oh, that
I
must
don't
be
know.
musty in his house.
I don't know.
Musty, dusty.
I said I'm on board for an indoor pool, but not my basement. My dream. I want a giant house, but I want a 1 story house. I don't ever want to go up and down stairs.
Hmm.
That's not Perry's dream, but that's my dream.
Hmm.
I think it would be amazing. Just one. I don't know how it would really lay out because how do you have a big house if it's one floor? I don't really know. It's never going to happen, so I didn't really plan that far ahead. But
You put in multiple floors and then get an elevator. That's the
okay,
trick
good
to it.
good
You put
point.
in a small elevator
Good point.
and then a gigantic generator somewhere. So that way, when the
Someone
grid
gets
goes down,
stuck in
you're
it.
okay. Yeah. Like an emergency that kicks on automatically if power goes out. Because, yeah, I don't listen. I watched that movie. They just did that a few years ago. And, well, oh, it was one of the Chucky movies. I'll remember the name eventually. It was before Cult of Chucky, but after Bride of Chucky. Anyway, she got stuck in the elevator. That's not going to be me. I'm not getting stuck in an elevator. Thank you very much.
I got stuck in an elevator once. Thank God it was only for like 15 minutes, but it was when I was in college, and it was a 4 story building, and we were stuck between like the third and the fourth floors where we got stuck. So there's 3 of us, and the somebody hits a little button to call the emergency, which just rings over to campus police. So they go, "Is there anyone who like has a medical emergency?" And the guy looks around, and the guy stares right at me, and he goes, no, but I think you need to hurry up, quickly get here because he could just see in my face like the panic was setting in. It had been all of 30 seconds, and I already was in like, holy crap, I'm gonna die. This is gonna be horrible. This is how I'm going out. Yeah. Thank God then somebody was on the fourth floor and hit the button to call the elevator, and it like restarted it.
Hmm.
So I don't know, but oh
Closest I ever got, the elevator, the lights flickered and it did like a little janky, like settling motion. And I looked at everybody and the doors were still open and I walked right back up.
yeah,
I was like, nah, we're good. No, I know how this goes. Not many elevators drop every year, but I'm not gonna take my chances. Thank you very kindly.
yeah.
Besides, I wouldn't necessarily be worried about dropping so much as me trying to climb out and it starting while I'm half out of the thing because I
Yeah, then
will
you get
not be able
chopped in
to stay
half.
there. Good times. I mean, I might grow one back, but uh,
I wonder how many elevator accidents there are a year, right? Like they publish data on so many things. I
they
wonder if they
do.
publish data on elevator accidents.
I don't know the exact number, but I know that more refrigerators fall on people and kill them than elevators falling and killing people. If that's crazy enough.
Yeah, because the only way your refrigerator falls is like you'd have to hang on it, right? I mean,
People are dumb.
yeah, because you don't just walk by your refrigerator and it falls.
Not unless there's an earthquake, but
Yeah,
no, no. I would imagine in places where earthquakes are frequent, you would probably, I would assume you'd anchor your fridge. I mean, that would be probably the best thing to
probably.
do.
You're gonna anchor everything. Have you ever been in an earthquake?
Yes, not a fan. I
How?
mean,
Okay, what
not the worst.
magnitude earthquake were you in?
I'm not entirely sure to be honest. It wasn't that long or that big. This was got a lifetime ago in California, and everybody kind of was used to them, I guess, kind of. So it wasn't a big thing. I more or less noticed it and thought, like, did someone slip acid in my water or something? Like something going. What was that? What was? Why did the world move?
La-
Um,
I don't know
it
how
was
people
weird.
live in earthquake territory. Last year there was like a 4 point something, 4.3 maybe in New
Mhm.
Jersey. So I don't know how far away I was from it. I'm gonna say, I mean, it was over 100 miles away from the epicenter of it, but we still felt it.
Mhm.
So I just had like my chair was shaking, my computer monitor was shaking, all stuff on my desk was moving.
Mhm.
Um, we're all sitting there like, what is happening? One of my employees runs by and he's like, get out of the building. So we're all like, what is going on? We all ran out and he was like, there's an earthquake. You don't want the building to collapse on us. So we are like, okay, well, lesson learned in emergency, follow you, because the rest of us just sat there like, okay. But dude, it wasn't even that big of an earthquake. And I was like, this was not fun. I can't handle it. I can't imagine being in like a huge earthquake where you're like close to the middle. That was horrible. I think I'd rather get stuck in an elevator.
Like I said, it
Oh,
was weird. It was just one of
yeah.
those. I mean, I've had some moments in life where I don't realize what's happening until after it happens, and that's just one of those moments. I
Yeah.
didn't realize what was happening while it was going on. It wasn't that strong, so it wasn't anything anybody, I mean, bookshelf didn't move or anything. Nothing on the bookshelf moved. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything that anybody was like, we got to go and run for cover. But afterwards, we're standing around and they're talking about it. I'm looking, I'm going, I'm sorry, is this something that happens on a frequent basis? Like, is this what you all deal with? Like,
Yeah.
normally, is this, I'm sorry, is this normal to you people? What do you mean? Like, oh, that was just, what do you mean that was just, what?
Oh, Camp Maze in California. Okay, so what's the biggest earthquake you've been in? See, I don't know. Like I said, that was just terrifying, and I didn't even really feel it that bad. It was just a very weird sensation. Never again. No, thank you.
I prefer hurricanes. I kind of know what to expect from those. I mean, but I can understand why it would be concerning for people who aren't used to them.
Yeah.
So I would guess that's probably along those lines. Like, while we're not comfortable with earthquakes, people that live in them probably are just like, eh.
Yeah, you
Because
get used to it.
I know they build buildings in a specific way in some areas for that reason to make them kind of like
Yes.
earthquake, kind of like how we have hurricane proof buildings here.
Cal- Yes, California has. Sorry, I have my turn my space heater down. My legs are like on fire. Um, California has specific building regulations for earthquakes, and Florida has specific building regulations for hurricanes. Pretty
Yeah.
much the rest of the country just does the same thing,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is surprising me that other states don't have regulations for like um, tornadoes.
You
Although
know,
I guess I don't know if you really can do much for tornadoes, but
I'm surprised they don't make windows up north. They don't make them install hurricane resistant windows because I would think they would be able to withstand a tornado fairly well. I mean, the ones that we do have aren't the biggest of concerns
yeah.
normally. So I would imagine it'd probably be a good move. I don't, or do they? I don't know. I don't live there, so I don't have deal with buildings there
Yeah.
or building code
Yeah.
violations. So I don't know. But
Tampa Bay said he hasn't been in a bad hurricane, just a fast shake, and it felt weird when he was walking. And one time, one of his collectibles moved on the shelf, but that's it. Oh, so you haven't been in one that was too bad. Ooh, yeah, not for me. I'm hurricane hands down.
party time.
Not that I really want to be in a hurricane either. I really, I don't want to be in any disaster situation if I had to pick. But
Listen, you got to live in the U.S. You're going to have to pick a natural disaster you're willing to deal with and compromise. Pick something. I mean, heck, have California's. Good Lord. And nobody gets a break. Hey, we need to just start our new bingo cards. Who's got their bingo cards filled out? Because, like, good Lord, we have started this. We are 19 days into the new year, and the world is literally on fire. What did we do already? I don't know who took the old trinket out of the tomb from the ancient priestess that you shouldn't have messed with, but I'm going to need you to go ahead and put that back. Okay? Like whatever burial mountain you deserve, like disturbed, just go ahead and put the dirt back over it and walk away. 19 friggin' days, guys. 19 days in. This is their world record for the quickest disaster of a new year.
well, so I did find a good news story this week. This is a good news, bad news situation. Okay.
Okay.
If you live, and you know what? I forgot what city it was in. It's in Texas. Hold on. Where the heck? Where is it? Okay, it's in Houston. If anyone here is facing drug charges in Houston, you may be in luck because apparently rodents are eating all the drugs from the evidence room. So if you've got a case pending against you, that's the good news portion because you may get out of it because there's no more evidence that got eaten. But the bad news coin of that is it means we now have drugged up rats running around because they're. And
So
apparently this is a problem though. Like this article was from Houston, but they said that this happens like all over the country.
yeah, well, a
Like
while back we talked about it happening in New Orleans.
yeah,
It was
like
happening in the heart of New Orleans, and they were moving the police department headquarters into the middle of, I believe, it was like the French Quarter or something, because their storage was being eaten by rats and they were getting drugged out super rats, just
I know, but
devouring evidence left and right. And now you're telling me Texas is having this
yeah.
problem? We're going to have. So put that on your bingo card, folks. You thought it was just the world burning? Nope. We've got super drugged out rats now.
I want to know what these rats do. Like, if a rat eats, I don't even know quantities of drugs. Like, if they get cocaine in a drug bust, I've no concept of what quantity you get. Like, if a rat eats an entire bag of cocaine, what does this rat go do? Like, what happens to him? Is he just like running around like a maniac?
I would
Is he
imagine,
like
I would think, first of all, it'd die. Because, I mean, overdose. I would just think it overdose.
his heart just
But,
explodes?
I mean, apparently we're not dealing with cocaine bear. We're dealing with
Yeah.
cocaine raccoon or cocaine rat. That's a whole different story, apparently. Um, I
Maybe just
mean,
kick them away from you, punt them. I'd rather have the rat than the bear.
so Texas needs to go ahead and release a statement telling all of their people that, like, if you're gonna have drugs in your house, you need to have them super sealed up so the rats don't eat your stash, my guy,
Yeah.
because they're coming for your stash. This is what New Orleans told their people when they had super drugged out rats eating the police evidence. So I'm just preparing you.
Well, I'm gonna say though, if you have a stash in your house, it's not just sitting there for years on end. It's you are consuming it, you're selling it, you're doing something with it, and you're not just putting it in a plastic bag in your basement, right?
I think of like Scarface or Al Capone. Like I think of those guys because like there's an old, I don't know if it's an urban legend or if it's just a rumor or what. There's an old rumor that Al Capone had so much money and stuffed into a basement or something that rats were eating the money, and he didn't miss it because he never went back in that area, I guess, because the money had already been stacked, I guess, to a certain height or whatever. So all I think is like a crazy amount, like the movie Scarface, where he's sitting there with like a table covered in it. How else would you? I'm not here to judge. Do your
Who
best Scarface impression.
who was the one that had who was the one with the hippos? Is that Escobardo? I don't know
Yeah,
my
that's
drug lords
Escobar.
right. Didn't
Yeah,
he have
that's
drugged up
Pablo
hippos?
Escobar. Mike, I can't believe listen, we had cocaine bear, we had cocaine hippos. We've now
I would
it's
rather
only fair. I mean, it's taken way too long to get cocaine rats. I'm just saying.
if I had to rank the animals hopped up on cocaine that I want to encounter, rats are number one because they're little. I'm thinking I could just kick them away.
Oh my
Bear is
god.
actually be number two because a hippo is going to kill you normally. Put
Oh
that
yeah.
thing hopped up on drugs, you don't stand a chance. Oh my
Yeah.
god! And they're fast on land. They're fast in water. They may be adorable. That's how they lure you in. You want to go give them a hug because they're so cute, and then they just rip your head off.
See,
I
and
mean, the
that's
bear's
probably
going to
how
kill
I
me
would end up
too,
dying.
but I'll take my chance with the bear.
I'd end up dying thinking the hippo's cute and be like, oh, let's want to live little boop.
Yeah. That's why animals are cute because then they can just maul us to death.
Yeah, you know what? I've said before in the past to family and stuff, like animals and kids are cute on purpose because, like, they know if they weren't that adorable, you would not feel bad for, taking them out. So
Yeah.
they have to be cute in order
So you
for
save
you
them.
to be able to deal with their nonsense and their ridiculousness. Because I don't care if it's a child or a raccoon or, God forbid, you got to deal with a moose. Those things are a giant pain in the ass. Not even gonna lie.
Did you say a moose?
Yeah, they're extreme.
They're
They know they're large.
they're not even that cute though. I mean, they're not. I don't know.
Cute
They're just
now.
well,
They're
Rocky.
kind of
No, Bullwinkle. Who's the moose? I don't know which was the squirrel,
Bullwinkle.
which was the moose. Okay,
Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle. He's cute.
Rocky's the squirrel.
Yeah.
The flying squirrel. Come on, Natasha.
So Axel's really confused now. Axel said so cocaine is a bucket list destination. I
No.
maybe I don't know for some people, not for me.
No. Good.
Hippos. Okay, so we've been trying to. Have you noticed? We're trying to come up with. Okay, we're going to have a topic. We didn't start out at our topic,
Not at
but
all.
here I'll segue in. So what
Yeah,
we could talk about trips that we've gone on that are great, or like bucket list trips. My dream when I retire, because all my bucket list items require me being really rich, so I have to win the lotto. My best friend and I want to go on a baby animal world tour, right? So when I said like I'm gonna die from a hippo, I'm gonna have the money to go to the zoo and have the backstage thing so I can go hang out with cute little baby hippos. I want to
okay.
go and just meet every baby animal that's adorable.
I would imagine they're gonna have like a hippo's baby that's like real chill and like mellow
Yeah.
though. Yeah, not that they. I don't imagine that they would breed them for Gentile, but you never know.
Well, I'm gonna go when they're babies, so they haven't had their lust for murder yet, and then I'll be with the zookeeper, so I'll have lettuce or something to feed them, so they won't want to kill me because they'll want food. I don't know. I'll have enough money. As I said, all my things require money. I'm gonna have enough money that I'm gonna be like, how
I
much money does it
mean,
cost to hang out with a baby hippo and not get murdered?
I already
That's what
did
I'm gonna
one of my
pay.
bucket list items. I wanted to go to Hawaii and see what that was like because I've been to California and saw that was. And I gotta be honest, I prefer my beaches here to
Really?
California. Yeah, yeah.
Go to California. What about to Hawaii?
Hawaii is fun. It's more difficult to swim in the ocean. It really is
Why?
because it's much wavier. The current's
Okay.
much stronger, and you do have to. And obviously, when you go to any beach, you should be concerned about riptides and things of that nature. But here, they're kind of easy to spot. I would say, in my opinion, they're easy to spot. I feel you can see them, notice
Mhm.
them a lot easier in Hawaii because it is so wavy. Um, Not as noticeable right away. Not as noticeable right away. But it is beautiful there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'd go again in a heartbeat for sure. I want to go back again because it was so much fun. It's gorgeous. I mean, in the culture itself, everything they have, the memorials and everything are really
Mhm.
well done and nicely preserved. Um, I went to Pearl Harbor, which that was it was an awesome experience in my opinion. I mean, it's touching. Not many
Mhm.
things make me have a feeling, and that one made me have a feeling.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
And isn't the weather there always between like 60 and 80?
It was beautiful the whole time.
Yeah.
Even when it got a little chilly out, it was still nice out. And when it rained, it didn't rain for very long or hot or heavily. When it did rain for like one day, it did rain for like the whole day,
Mhm.
but it wasn't. It was just sprinkles. And it was
Yeah.
like that. Like you have to really be out there for a long, long time before you actually get any damn, you know. So it
Did
was
you eat spam while you were there?
I do not eat spam. Do not eat spam. No, I had some really good sushi. Went to a couple of ramen places. I like ramen. Um, Went to a really nice steakhouse. Uh, had a steak like the size. It was. Who am I kidding? Thing was bigger than my head. Best steak I've ever had in my entire life. I I ate the whole thing. Not that sitting. I ate half of it in one sitting. The next day, I ate the other half in another sitting. They were like, "What do you want to eat?" I'm like, "I'm eating my. Are you kidding me? I'm eating the rest of my steak." Okay. Went to a luau. That was nice. Those were fun. Um,
Dreadpool said he had spam.
he.
I asked him that because he had a video, and this is when he first started like just doing little streams,
Mhm.
and because we played a game and we had a guess because I guessed the statue of Don Ho. Although the hint for Tiny Bubbles, I needed a hint to know that's what he was because I didn't know what the guy looked like. And I asked him if he ate spam, but he didn't see my question, so I never got an answer. But now I know to keep you up at night all these months.
Listen, there because we also were with my sister and brother-in-law. They all eat things I don't eat. So yeah, they probably did have spam when I was. I took my happy self to McDonald's one night. Actually, I took Tiny Giant with me. It was late, and everybody, because of the time change and everything, Dreadpool was sleeping, and my one sister was sleeping, obviously as well. And then the two that lived there, they had woken up early to go hiking. They were out cold, so it was just the kid and I was like, I'm hungry, and she's like, me too. I'm like, I'm not cooking. I'm on vacation. Let's go to McDonald's. But it was healthy. It was a healthy
Yeah.
experience because we walked, and I walked the equivalent of like 3 blocks because we were
Yeah.
on base. I mean, it was a win-win. We were completely safe.
I've never been to Hawaii, but I've been to Alaska, and that was amazing.
Nice.
Then I went on a train that went to the border of Canada, and then we came back. So we're in the Yukon Mountains and came back, um, and that was just oh my god, that was absolutely gorgeous. And it worked out that when everyone was getting on the train, I was with my mom, and she was walking slow, so we didn't get it. So we ended up on the last car, which was like the best place to be. Like you just had gorgeous views. Thank God the people that were on the train with us, because we didn't even have a full train. So we all took turns to like stand out the back for a little bit and get some photos and get to see it. So it was nice too that we had other people who were cool and you didn't have one person who just hijacked the end of it. So yeah, that was an amazing trip and got to see some glaciers and yeah. And I touched. So we got to talk to a ranger from a national park, and he had like a little thing of like seal blubber and fur. I would have rather touched a real seal, but it was I couldn't believe like how I guess that's how they stay warm on how thick their blubber is and
Mm,
how like dense that fur is. It was really weird to feel. That was kind of cool. But that was fun.
they're
Alaska was a good
cute.
trip. Although
Those are
Alaska was
cute.
surprisingly warm when I was there. We went the first week in May and it was sunny and like 65 degrees, which is
Nice.
great for us. You're going on a trip, you had nice weather. So, yeah.
See, that's the problem. Most of my destinations are fairly warm because I live somewhere where it's warm. So I'm
Yeah, you
like,
don't want
I
to go
need to
cold.
go to places that are fairly consistent to what I'm used to. Because if I'm going somewhere cold, like I had better be there for a reason. And let me tell you, I grew up in snow.
You've had your fill.
I'm an adult now. I know what that entails. I know that means shoveling, brushing that nonsense off my windows, driving in it, dealing with other idiots driving in it. And yes, I said other idiots because God knows how I'd handle it. Like I can drive in a hurricane, I can drive in rain and things, but I don't know how well I do in snow because here's the secret. I don't have to. I probably won't be very good at it. So, do I want to go to Alaska? Not really. Do I have family members who go to Alaska on like cruises and stuff and they're trying to talk me into going on one? Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I think my favorite was my cousin went last year on a cruise with the family. And I was like, how was the cruise? Was it nice? She was like, yeah, it was beautiful. She's like, my only complaint. I'm like, what's that? She's like, it was cold. And I was just like,
You're in Alaska. Of course it's cold.
you, I just smiled at her and was like, "Yeah, I'm sure, dude. Sure it was." I had a friend that lived in Alaska, so I know what the weather is like, and I already know I'm not that.
Well,
I'm sure it's gorgeous because when it's
you
warm, it's absolutely beautiful.
yeah, but you don't go cruising in Alaska like now when it's negative and dark 23 hours out of the day. Like you go cruising over the summer. So yeah, it's cold, but it's like sweatshirt or jacket cold. It's not like, oh my God, I need to bundle up. I'm going to die cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. No. And if you go on a cruise, you don't even have to go outside. You could stay inside the whole time where it's warm.
now, that kind of I feel like that would defeat the purpose though, because that's Dreadpool's like argument to get me on a cruise. Because I'm like, I don't know where I want to go on a cruise. That's my biggest problem. Is I genuinely don't know where I want to go on a cruise to. There's a lot of places just not that intrigued to go visit because for various reasons. It could be the weather, it could be the economy, it could be you insert complaint here. So there's a few places I'm not exactly just jumping on. I'm I'd rather fly there or something, you know. I mean,
Okay. So money's not an object, right? Where are you going to go? If you could go anywhere, where are you going to go?
Tokyo,
Okay. What are you going to do in Tokyo?
Disneyland.
Okay. So my
No, I honestly I want to go there for their theme parks. They have some really different theme parks, and they have some awesome festivals. And I think they'd be interesting. And some of them might be funny as all hell. I'm not even gonna lie. There's a few of them. If I ran into them, it just wouldn't be complete entertainment on my end. So yeah, I think yeah, Tokyo, Japan, Asia.
so Tokyo was not my number one. A little more broad. Japan, because I want to go 3 reasons:
Hmm.
Super Mario World, Pikachu, Hello Kitty. I need to ride. I'm going to go to Super Mario World. It looks amazing, even though they're building one in Florida. Like I want to go to the one in Japan. We've watched tons of videos. It looks awesome.
Hmm.
I want to ride the Pikachu train.
Hmm.
Um, I want to. I've seen videos where they have Pokemon parades, and I want to see like the giant Pikachu costumes and Pikachu's like bounced up and down the big costume. I want to see that. Um, and I want to get all the Hello Kitty merch I can. I'm gonna go there in a private jet. Like I'm not. I need to. I want to go there the long way because I'm going across Europe because I need to stop like every 3 hours,
Hmm.
land, get off the plane, hopefully not throw up, go back on, whatever. I'm gonna need a whole plane just to bring back like stuffed Pikachu's and Hello Kitties.
That would speak. Well, you brought up another thing. That's something else. I'd probably if I had unlimited amounts of money and I had all the time to do this, I'd also go to Europe because they are forever complaining about how the U.S. in like it's we don't because it is so vast and you can drive through any pick a state any state you
Mhm.
can drive through it for 4 hours and you may not be out of the state, you could still be stuck in the state. I mean, I know for me personally, I could drive 4 hours north. I'm still in Florida.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they're always saying how I've heard them say, people say how they go on train rides to different, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. How close are these places that you're just jumping in a train and going here, there, and everywhere?
Isn't
So that's what I want to do.
isn't France smaller than Texas or the size of Texas or something?
From
Like it's
I
yeah,
believe
things
most of Europe's smaller than.
I think that's cool. I think it would be cool to live in a place that they go on vacation, just go to other countries, and it's not the same as like us going to a different country. They just hop on the train and you go. It's like us going to a different state. And I'm like, well, that would be kind of cool. I think that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
it's kind of like if you live in Michigan going to Canada
Yeah.
for a quick run. That's what I want to experience because I've only ever experienced that's with Canada, you know. So that's what I'd like to do too because I'd like to be driving down the road and have to actually use a passport to continue driving down the road or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't go through borders very often, so I don't know. That would be something else. Do I have a particular spot in Europe that I would like to visit? Castles. Mm, the older, the cooler. Like the more haunted, the more interesting I'd be. But otherwise, the tower. The tower
Leaning
that
Tower
everybody
of
was sent?
Pisa.
No, no, no. The tower that everybody was sent to before they died, or they died in it. The one in
Wait,
England.
I have no clue what
Yeah,
you're talking
I think
about.
it's in
A
England.
tower people dying in England? What?
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I think it's just called the tower. I want to say it's just. Well, I'm sure there's probably
Are people dying in the tower or
not
is this just
now.
everybody's bucket list item?
Not now. It was a thing that they used to get stored in the. It was their prison. It was their version of
Oh,
prison.
okay.
Very
Oh,
drafty, very
we just
very
lock you in
dark.
the tower. Okay.
Yeah, locked away in a tower.
Okay. I'd
But
want to eat my way through Italy.
yeah, I like food, so that's kind of a given. If I step into anywhere, I'm eating. I'm all about the food. Like
Yeah.
I don't even drink alcohol anymore. Listen, while in Hawaii, I drink alcohol because I don't know what it is, but that stuff was delicious. They
You're on
had it here. I
vacation.
drink it all the time. It was stronger than beer and tasted amazing. the picture of me drinking it right before we get on the plane. Because we had a bottle that we forgot about it, and it was like, oh, what are we gonna do with it? We can't take it on the plane. It's like, oh no, let's drink it now. Why not? We're
God.
getting ready to go sit on a plane. Oh, flying is not necessarily the problem. It's everybody. It's people without manners. Anybody I feel that says I don't like flying. It's not flying itself you don't like. It's the gross people you can't stand dealing with. Because that's the worst part of flying for me.
Oh, for me, it's both. I throw up every time I'm on a plane. The first thing I do when I sit down is I make sure I have a barf bag in my seat. And I had someone tell me once, like, "Oh, how embarrassing! I could never do that." And I'm like, "Well, I really don't have a choice. Like, it's not like I'm wishing this. It happens. I take Dramamine, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah,
That's sad.
yeah. That's why I said if I'm taking a long way to Japan because I have to go. I just want to fly like short little bursts that I can get down to the ground
I think if I went
a
over to
little bit.
Asia, I'd probably get one of those flights where you can sleep on the plane. That's what
Yeah.
if I ever go to Asia, mark my words, I'm sleeping on the plane. I don't want to be awake for it. Especially, it's like, I don't even know how long you're on the plane for, but I don't really care. It's too long. I want to go to sleep. If I'm not conscious for it, it's not a problem.
True. Maybe that's what I have to do. Just take sleeping pills. Give me some Ambien, put me on the plane, and wake me up when we get to Japan.
I sleep a lot whenever I fly, and I don't have many problems for that reason alone. I will go on the plane so tired and sleep for the most part on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way to experience flights, in my opinion, because they're small spaces, gross people,
Yeah.
rude people.
Rude people. Ugh.
Ugh.
So Dreadpool said his bucket list place he'd go to space. Are you go to space with him?
Not a chance. That's a dangerous concept. That's no, no.
Okay. Now you would
If
not
it
go to
was
space.
safe,
Would if you were when you're 60, would you go to space?
sure.
Okay.
At that point, yeah.
I would. I don't know at what age. I don't know if I'd go at 60, but I would. If I'm 80, hell yeah. 60, I don't know. Maybe somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure. At a certain age, without a doubt, I'd go because if I died, whatever. I'm 80. At least I died going to space. How cool is that? You know.
Listen, I
I don't want to die
remember
now
the
though.
Challenger.
Yeah.
That was a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Just saying. They advertised and pushed the hell out of that because it was the teachers. There was a couple of teachers, and it was like,
Hmm.
it's to be a big thing for mankind. Yeah, it
And
was a
because
big thing. All right, it
and
was.
because that teacher was on it, everyone in school was watching it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just remember them rolling the TVs into the room, turning them on, and as soon as it happened, they like walk over and just like turn it off and like start pushing it out of the way. Like,
Yeah.
so, oh, good lord.
Okay, so back to the math lesson, kids.
And they wonder why we have such messed up sense of
Yeah.
humor. Could it be at all? We're not traumatized, not at all, not at all.
Sir X-Man wants to go to the Virgin Islands, and he thinks that Thailand would be awesome. I've been to the Virgin Islands. I don't really remember what I did there, but I do remember that they don't bury people underground. Because I guess the water table's too high, so they stack people up like when you bury somebody, you put the coffin in the concrete coffin type thing.
Yeah.
They have those stacked up on the ground because they can't bury them. So they
Oh,
just
so I
stack
would
them up.
imagine they're kind of similar to New Orleans tombs, mausoleums.
Yeah.
I don't know if
But
this
they
is
weren't
a
in a mausoleum, which
mausoleum.
is what weird. It was like the concrete boxes stacked on top. It wasn't like a little building. So
Mhm.
I don't know if maybe I mean, first of all, they could have been lying to us because how would any of us known? They could have just said that. For all we know, like, do they do that when they were preparing to put a mausoleum? I don't really know. But I remember that. And then they had to cart us around, like they take the back of the pickup truck off and they put a whole bunch of seats on,
Yeah.
bench seats, so you could ride with like, 30 people in a pickup truck. Totally not safe, but whatever. I'm here. I was gonna say, is Virgin Islands the one where it has that beach that's right by the airport? I think they finally closed it because people were like dying because the planes are so close to it and they get like injured from the planes. But that's not the Virgin Island. What's the island where it's half of it's a U.S. territory and half of it's a French territory? The two name thing. Oh, what the heck is it? I don't know if that might be the place that has the beach. You know what beach I'm talking about?
I don't. I really don't.
Oh yeah, you go to the beach and you like people get right up on the fence and because you're on an island, it's so little. When the planes land and take off, like people will get killed from the planes. Like the plane will go to take off, and when it shoots out fire out the back, if you're up at the fence, like you'll get killed. And I think so. It's like a big thing to go to this beach, and I think they finally had to close it. But I don't know if that's. I don't think it's Virgin Islands.
That's weird.
I can't think of the name of this island. It's like I said, it's a half of it's a U.S. territory, half a French territory, and I think it has the same name, but it's like slightly different because it's two territories. Now I have to look this up. Half U.S. and half Saint Martin. Oh, half French and half Dutch island. I thought it was part U.S. So it was half French, half French, half Dutch. Okay, so I totally just Googled beach where you watch planes and die, right? Figure that's going to get me what I want, and it did, and it is. It's in Saint Martin, so it's where does it say? Does it say if it's on the French or the Dutch side? It doesn't say. But it says due to its unique proximity to the airport, it attracts millions of aviation fanatics and curious thrill seekers who sit on the sand to spot the planes landing and feel the high decibel jet blast hardly a few meters above their head. Yeah.
That just sounds stupid. Axel says he'd like to go somewhere to see the Northern Lights.
Yes, he needs to go to Iceland. There's other places to see the Northern Lights, but Iceland is really gorgeous for Northern Lights.
I've heard that. I've heard Iceland's really pretty. That always cracked me up when I was a kid growing up. That's how I always could remember Iceland and Greenland, because they were the opposites.
Yes.
It was like, and I remember asking one time, I'm like, who named those places? Like, why would they have named them like backwards like that? And I don't remember who I asked that to. And but whoever it was, they told me they were like, at one point in time, they were switched. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, well, that's so crazy.
So this is going to sound really mean, but you have to let me explain myself. One of my professors in college had a heart attack, and I'm still mad to this day that this guy had a heart attack. So the guy's okay. But here's why I'm mad. We were going to go to Iceland for like 2 or 3 weeks to learn about landslides.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to get college credit, but we were only part of the time we would be doing this college work. The rest of it, we'd just be sightseeing.
Mm-hmm.
I convinced my parents to pay for me to go to Iceland to learn about landslides. How I convinced them, I have no clue. But then my professor had a heart attack and the trip got canceled.
Aww.
As I said, I'm still to this day, I'm so mad that this guy had a heart attack. I'm glad the guy's okay. That's horrible. But like, oh, come on. That was been a once in a lifetime thing. I was going to go to Iceland.
Bogus. I hate when things happen like that.
It would have been amazing. It would have been amazing.
I had a similar incident. I was supposed to go to Europe for a exchange program when I was to play soccer, and I blew out my knee instead.
Oh.
So didn't get to go.
Not only did you not go to Europe, you got injured.
Yeah,
you got injured. Wasn't somebody else?
Long injury at that. Yeah. I have PTSD, and I am discriminatory against the particular type of people now. Still, no, just kidding. I just make fun of people. That's my thing. I make jokes. It helps me deal with the pain and the traumatization of my life.
That is how disappointing.
I always figured, I was like, there's got to be a reason I wasn't supposed to go at that point in time. I probably wouldn't have had as much fun as I wanted to, or something.
I'm glad you have a positive spin on it because I don't have a positive spin. I'm just salty because I wanted to go. Maybe I need to reframe it. Something would happen. There was a reason.
Something bad would
Final,
happen if
final
you.
destination. The universe didn't want me to go. Would have been behind the log truck on a mountain somewhere. I don't know.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, hey, listen. I'm pretty sure everyone always wants to make fun of those movies, but you know what? I'm pretty sure those movies have saved a few lives, and they've all taught us to be more cautious drivers.
True, because did any of us really think that much about log trucks before we watched the movie? And now there's like generations of us who that's what we think about. Because to someone who's 16 now, do they think about log trucks? Probably not.
Oh yeah, no. So well, that's why you show them the movie, man.
Yeah,
Show them
you
the
get
movie.
your permit, watch the movie. It's part of you driving. So
Exactly.
Rexman always wanted to go to Ireland. I've always wanted to go to Ireland too. I think that would be fun. When I was a kid, my parents used to make fun of me. They went to Ireland and they kissed the Blarney Stone. And when you kiss the Blarney Stone, you're supposed to get the gift of gab.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, like my parents would pay me to not talk. Um, so they used to always make fun of me and tell me that like I must have gone to Ireland, like snuck out of the house and gone and kissed the stone, and yeah.
That's too
You know,
funny.
I have to say it's great fun though because one, I made money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could not talk if I choose to, but then it's also fun too because then you don't talk and then you like make people panic and then they think like, oh God, what did I do? Are you mad? And it's just like I'm just racking up the money. Stay quiet all day.
Man, I always just look at it. It's usually easier for you to deal with a situation because you're more likely to talk it out loud and discuss it. At least with your, even if you're not asking, like I do it too. I'm not asking for someone else's opinion on the situation. I'm just listening to myself talk to try and process it a little
Yeah.
better sometimes. But it usually helps because the gift of gab, we're never lonely. I can make friends anywhere I go.
Okay, so the cruises I've gone on, Perry will never go on a cruise. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to go. My dad will never go on a cruise. My mom wanted to go. So I'm the beneficiary because I get to go with my mom, so she pays for me to go because I sure as hell am not paying to go on a cruise. So it works out for all of us. We're all happy, right? So we go and we go with like other family members, and my mom and I, yeah, we talk to everybody. So like you're 3 days into the cruise and we're walking by, like people are saying hi to us, raving people. Our aunts are like, well, how do you know them? And we're like, oh, well, on the first day we had lunch with them. Like they couldn't believe that. Yeah, we made friends with everybody everywhere we went. The whole all week long, everyone's talking to us.
It's sometimes it's just easier that way. I mean, I always joke and say it's because a lot of times I don't know. I'm just used to it. Someone's always there. I've got so many siblings. I'm not used to being alone, so meeting someone and them tagging along really isn't that odd to me because
Mhm.
what's one more added to the dozen I already got? Seriously. I don't notice. After a certain number of people, you don't notice anymore. It's just another voice in the crowd. It doesn't matter. You can keep adding. I collect them like Pokemon. I'm trying to catch them all.
See, I don't know. I have no clue why. I guess that's just my personality. I just talk because the rest. I have one brother. Um, so the three of them, my parents, my brother, like I feel like they talk a normal amount. They're not quiet people, but they don't talk a lot. They're just normal, average people. And then there's me. So I don't know.
Tiny Giant's got the gift of gab. That kid,
Yeah.
I at least I can't keep up with it all the time. There are times I do get really quiet things, and it's not that I'm upset. I just have nothing to say, so I'm not talking. My child, however, will always find something to talk about to anyone at
Yeah.
any given time. She will have a long conversation. So, I mean,
So
if I fail to, she's got it. She's got it covered.
I saw Frank's daughter yesterday, and she's a little kid, So little kids are when they see you, and then they act like they don't know you, and they're shy, and she doesn't want to talk. So I'm trying to get her to talk. So I asked her something about school, and she says about animals. So I'm like, well, what's your favorite animal? So she would not stop talking. Like she was just going on and on and on. And I just love little kids because she's hit me with the hard ones. Like she said, she goes, what's your favorite striped animal? Okay, well, a zebra. I don't know any other striped animals. She goes, what's your favorite animal that doesn't make noise? What? Yeah. I just love, like I said, she was just going. She had so many things to say, but I think that was my favorite. What's your favorite animal that doesn't make noise? I told her butterfly because I couldn't think of anything.
That's too
Right?
funny.
But only a little kid comes up with that.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Uh, who was it? I just lost it in the chat. Who was just telling us they went to Ireland recently?
Far Q.
Yes.
Thing.
Here we go. Yes. Yeah. So he went to Ireland, to Dublin for the day. A few months ago, he went to Cork. Nice. Isn't the grass like velvety over there, like mossy grass? I don't know. It just always looks so pretty in all the photos. He used to live in Thailand 5 to 6 months out of the year. Okay, so when you go to Thailand, do enough people speak English, or do you have to learn how to speak Thai if you're going to live there? Oh, February he's off to Guatemala. Nice. Okay, so I have no interest in traveling anywhere. I'm content staying home. I have places I want to go to, but I don't really like traveling. And then when I do go, because I'm never going to plan a trip because I don't want to go anywhere. So if I get invited on a trip and I end up going, I have fun when I go.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I can't wait to just go back home. So I think to travel, like I said, I want to go to Japan, go have some fun. If I were to travel, I'd have to be insanely rich because, I need a private jet. I need to just be left alone, not be with people who annoy me.
Over there.
I need to do what I'm going to do.
Especially the skincare. Don't really care which area of Asia I'm in. I'm hitting up their skincare. They have some amazing skincare over there. Although I hear Europe has really good skincare too. That's easier to get over here.
Well, you have the internet. Can't you just buy it from over there? Or do you need to go someplace so they could tell you this is what you need?
I like to go somewhere. Go to some of their spas and stuff, their skincare spas and things. They just look interesting.
Okay, so you want to go on vacation. What do you want to do when you're on vacation? Like if you were planning a trip for this summer, what would you want to do when you went on vacation? You want to relax? You want to do activities?
Yeah, I'd like to hit a few spas first because I like to relax. Obviously, first couple of days I want to just get used to the time difference and things, and maybe even the weather or whatnot. And so, I think a spa would be nicest. And then, I'd probably like to go explore, see some museums, some old historical buildings or ruins, whatever the case may be. And then, depending on where I'm at, shows or shopping. And possibly even the nightlife, because underground clubs in different areas, there's something you should experience at least once, I think. It can be fun. So, besides, the underground raves here are not what they used to be. I want to go party with the 50-year-old ravers in Europe. That's what I want.
I want to see the photos, please, when you go. So let me know. Keep me in the loop. See, I'm going to live vicariously through other people. I want other people to go on these trips and just send me videos. Just let me know how it's going. That's what I want to do. Yeah. So Surexia was saying that in the Philippines, they speak English because of the military base they have over there. Okay, if you go to the Philippines, I would not survive in the Philippines. One of my employees, that's where he's from, and he always sends photos and videos when he goes. The last one he sent back, oh my god, they were eating shrimp. I don't know if it was shrimp, some sort of crawfish type food, but dude, it's totally alive. Like it's flopping around, and he sent us this video knowing that we would all like, right, all of us from the US, we'd be like, oh my god, this is disgusting, and it's probably something that tons of countries eat and like it's normal in the rest of the
Mhm.
world, but we're like, ew, this is horrible. Ew, these shrimp things were like flopping around, and they like dip it in something. I don't know. You just eat it. Like the thing is flopping around, and you just stick it in your mouth and eat it. Oh, I
Fresh
couldn't.
food,
I
man.
couldn't.
Fresh seafood. I mean, I can't.
I couldn't.
I
No,
don't know. I can't
not for
necessarily
me.
argue with seafood being that fresh because you kind of want your. I would imagine it'd be similar to oysters. You want your oysters to come alive,
Do
and
you
then
really? Like if you go to eat
shank
oysters now, they're alive? Like if you go to a restaurant, you order oysters, are they alive when they serve them to you?
I mean, I would hope they've been breathing, well, alive recently, because the longer they're dead, the more dangerous and more likely you are to get that bacteria from them. That's why some
No,
people
sir.
won't eat oysters unless you're near coast. Because yeah, the
I
longer you have them, they're basically filters of the ocean. They're
I know, but
gnarly to eat anyway.
they're not alive when they bring them to the table, are they?
Usually, yeah. If you're cracking open the shells yourself, then yeah, they're breathing. Their version of breathing, yeah.
Oh, thank God I don't eat oysters. And Sir X Man, like you're saying, you boil it. No, no, no. I'm telling you, I watched the video and we asked him about it when he came back. They totally eat live seafood. I had no clue that oysters were live. I don't know. They're too slimy for me. I'm not. Ew. So I said I want to go eat through Italy. Other countries I wouldn't want to go to just because I don't know what I would eat.
For the most part, everybody's either got some kind of potato or rice. So, I mean, you can't really mess those up. So I would
True. Yeah,
say,
I'll
if
eat
nothing else,
potatoes 1,000
potatoes
different
and rice.
ways.
Because, like, that's one thing I worry about with traveling is how my stomach will adjust to the foods. It's not that I'm necessarily concerned about whether or not I like it. I'm more concerned about whether or not I can handle the foods. But potatoes and rice are usually everywhere. And I mean, as far as I know, for the most part, a lot of places encourage people to learn English as a second and third language. I've heard over in
Mhm.
Greece that I've been told that over in Greece, um, more people speak English than you'd be surprised, because that was something I was concerned about talking to some family over there. And my aunt pretty much laughed at me and was like, "Don't worry about it. I understand what you're saying. It's fine." I was like, "Okay."
Well, I figure most touristy areas probably do have people speak English. But that's why I didn't know. Like when he said he lived in Thailand for 5 to 6 months. When you're there that long, are you at a certain point? Is it like okay, I need to learn the language to get around, or is it really like nope, I can keep going with English. I got this.
I would think if you're there for anything longer than the average vacation, you should pick up whatever language or dialect they're speaking in the area just to make your life easier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody might speak English, but they may not say everything in English. So, it would be a good idea to pick up a few key phrases, if nothing else. Like, where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
Point me to the nearest police station. And things of that matter. You never know. I mean, I was always taught if you're going somewhere and you don't know learn the language, you need to at least know how to ask where the bathroom is and
The
where
important things,
food
you
and
know? Yeah.
water are. Oh, that's too funny.
Okay, so all the trips you've been on, I know you said Hawaii was great. Have there been any other great trips you've been on or places that you've been that you would love to go again, that you had fun or you did something fun?
Mm, I mean, I've been to quite a few places in the U.S. for the most part, and every place has a good side and an absolute mood killer. So, I mean, it just depends on what kind of mood you're thinking of. I mean, California was all right. Would I ever go again? No. I don't care if it's not on fire or not. Not interested. It was nice to visit once and see that ocean, but um, Texas was okay. That in its own right was strange in its own right. Dallas has a lot of intriguing people, an interesting nightlife. Um, would I go again? I have no reason to, really. So, no. Um, Georgia's okay. Nothing to write home about. I lived there and worked in Florida, if that tells you anything.
Stopped at a gas station in Georgia and just getting out to pump gas and getting back in the car, I was drenched in sweat. That was the most humid place I've experienced in my life. It was horrendous.
It's got all the bad points of Florida for the
Horrendous.
most part, and then none of the really awesome parts of it. Like when I lived in Georgia, I lived in Dry County. Why in this day and
Yeah.
age do we have dry counties? I had to drive like an hour away to get wine. Really? Like
Hmm.
what is that? Seriously? That's ridiculous. Especially considering that here in Florida, literally anywhere that sells anything sells some form or fashion of alcohol, some way, shape, or form. I don't care. Heck, even the grocery stores have liquor stores nowadays. The gas stations have liquor stores.
Yeah.
So Georgia's not that great. And Atlanta is extremely trafficy. That was, if you ever want to go somewhere and have your car running while not moving, Georgia highways for you. You can do it for hours on end. Have I left the country though? No.
Have you been to Canada?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Does that really count though? I mean, it's
Well,
out
I
of
don't
the
know.
country, but it's
How
right
far
next door.
how far into Canada did you go? Did you just like go over the border and come back, or did you
Pretty
like?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just one of those novelty type things of, oh, let's go to Canada and let's go back.
Yeah.
I might have, again, but I've been too young to actually appreciate that one as well. So who knows?
When I was a kid, we went to the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. That's the extent of me going to Canada. But I've been on cruises, so I've left the country on a cruise,
Mm,
right? So I've gotten off the ship and done stuff in other countries. I think one of the coolest things I did, and honestly I don't even remember where I was, somewhere in the Caribbean. Um, I went helmet diving, which like those old timey scuba giant helmets you could put on. It's like that, and it rests on your shoulders,
mhm.
and they have a tube with air blowing in it. So like your head is completely dry. You're just breathing normally.
Yeah.
So you're only like 20 feet down. So where they are, it's just shallow. So the bottom of the ocean floor is like 20 feet down. So
Mhm.
you go down and you're walking on the bottom of the ocean floor with this giant helmet on. So like I said, you get to breathe normally. Your head is dry. Um, that was like so much fun. I really enjoyed doing that. But I don't like going in the ocean. It's salty, it's sunny, it's hot, things that I don't like.
It's
So for
not
me, I don't
that
want to go on I don't want to go on a beach vacation. That does not interest me at all. Um, I wish I could go to LA in I think in 2030 maybe? No, 2028. I wish I could go to LA, but it's not going to happen, let's be real. The Olympics.
2028. Oh, the
The
Olympics.
Olympics. I'm an Olympics fanatic. Um, I believe they're in Salt Lake City though, which I love the Winter Olympics more, and I think they're in Salt Lake City in 2034.
Yeah.
I'm totally going. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to go. Yeah.
Hmm.
Be amazing.
Olympic. Oh, that'd be a reason to go there, but
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to Arizona because I want to know what dry heat feels like. I mean, it's still hot, but
Oh,
I
it's
want
not
to
that
know.
great.
I want to know what it feels like. Um,
I personally thought it was worse than wet heat. I'd rather have the humidity because I
wet heat.
visited Texas and that dry heat is just that is a whole different beast in my opinion. Wet heat can make you feel like you're drowning. If it's too humid and hot, you will literally feel like you're just drowning. But I don't dry heat is like you're suffocating. It is just it is
This is why I want to feel it. I want to
garbage.
know.
It
I
is
went to I went to Vegas once, but it was only like 75, 80. So it wasn't hot enough to really notice one way or the other what the difference is.
They're X-Men Australia. What? Who's going? I live in the American version of Australia. Actually, I wouldn't mind going to Australia. That might be fun.
I
At least
think
it's American.
Australia would be an amazing trip to go on, but everything wants to kill you there. I don't
Yeah,
know
it'd
if
be
I'm put
just like
out for
visiting
Australia.
home for me. It'd
Yeah.
be like home. She's like, oh, you got to bang your shoes up before you put them on to make sure there's no spiders. Okay, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
Check the toilet before you sit down. Okay, tell me something I don't know. Check the
See,
pool before you jump in. Know that already.
yeah.
It's a body of water. It's probably got something living in it. Just, but
I don't know anyone I've known who's gone to Australia all said how amazing it was, and they've all had a great time.
I believe it is. I mean, they've got some really pretty places and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Get to see kangaroos. That'd be cool. Oh my god, I love koalas. I love koalas so much.
I always laugh. I can always think of koalas because they're simple. They're adorable. They're
I
besties
know. I just
with
don't want to think about
STD.
that. I
That
want to
is
think
the
about the
funniest
cute.
thing.
I want to think about the cute and cuddly part.
That is the funniest thing if you think about it because it's like they're the cutest little animals and they've got STDs.
They also sleep like 23 hours a day.
Mm,
Right up my alley. Can you hear that noise in the background of me?
I could just a second ago, but I can't now.
That was the pets running around above me.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Her little nails on the floor. Um,
That's
yeah, see, yeah, you live in a state with alligators that would kill you. So for you, Australia is no big deal.
yeah. I mean, like I said, spiders and all that stuff. And now we've got pythons running loose. I mean,
Ugh.
I, I'd really like to talk to people who let these animals loose. Just be like, we already have enough issues going. We've got enough things that are trying to kill you. Can we stop letting animals loose that don't have any known predators running around as if it's not bad enough? I mean, honestly, what kills pythons besides people? Not really much.
I want to know these people. Why do you get them as a pet in the first place? What went through your head? I know there was some lady in Connecticut years ago that she had some sort of monkey. I don't know if it was a chimpanzee. I don't know. She had something because it ended up ripping her friend's face off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But horrible story all around. But like, what made you think like, hell yeah, I want this monkey? And then as the monkey's getting more and more aggressive every year, you still think like this is a
Bucket
great
list.
idea to just keep in my house. At no point are you like, oh, this is a bad idea.
It was
I need
their
to call the
bucket list
zoo or
item.
somebody to come help me.
That was a bucket list item, most likely. I mean, if you ask them, that's usually along the lines of, "I always wanted to own this." I mean, if you could own anything, what would you? Yeah, sorry. Okay, I love that movie, Grandma's Boy. That movie is hysterical to me. I will never not hear Push It and not think of that movie. Or I got a COVID. It's really sick though.
I've never seen Grandma's Boy, but isn't the guy Grandma's Boy? Isn't he Terry from Reno 911? The dude who wears a short short shorts and roller skates? Isn't that
Yeah,
the guy?
well, yeah, no, he doesn't live with. He lives with his parents. He's got it. I live with my roommates. He's the one who lives with his parents. I got my roommates. Yeah, you gotta be quiet and careful because of my roommates. He's the one with the car bed. It's really sweet though. My sister said for Christmas she's gonna get me some rims for it and a car alarm for it. Yeah, beep, beep. Maybe even a radio. I love that movie. So I said at one point in time when Joe Pool and I were getting married, I was telling people, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put down on our registry that I want a big I want a big ass carpet.
King
Apparently
size
they make them
carpet.
fairly big. Apparently they make someone said they make like queen size carpets. You get it in a queen. Unfortunately I need king,
Wouldn't
but so
wouldn't that be great that like here you are and you're like 70 and you need a new bed and you're like, I'm getting the car bed.
yeah, I'm gonna do it. I will do. I will be one of the only people in a nursing home with a race car bed. I will put rims on it. I will put spinner hubcaps. It'll be sweet.
Who's the character Jeff from Grandpa's Boy? Whoever or Grandma's Boy. Whoever the character Jeff is, that's the guy who's from Reno 911.
I can't think of any of it. I haven't watched that
But
movie.
I
I don't know
don't
the names offhand. I just know parts of the movie because it's so funny. That and the nerdy that loves Matrix. Oh God, I love that movie. I'm gonna watch that movie later. That movie's hilarious. Thanks, guys. I haven't thought about that movie in a little while. Okay, so no,
I would
seriously
go
though,
watch
if you
it.
could own any animal, say on your bucket list, what would you want?
I I want two animals.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a rescue farm, and I want pigs and Sphinx cats.
Okay.
The pigs will be the rescue farm part, and the Sphinx cats will just be in the house with me. I want to sleep in a puddle of cats, and I love pigs. They're cute and pink and adorable.
Okay.
The other animals I just want to visit. Like I love hippos, but I don't want a hippo. I just want to have enough money to go get the like full access behind the scenes tour. Like panda, I don't want to own a panda. I want to be though. Like you ever see those videos of the panda keepers, and
Yeah.
like they get to just like play like the pandas, like like roll them around and stuff. Like I want to go be the panda keeper for a day, right? I want to go hang out with a baby elephant. I don't want to take it home with me. I just want to hang out for a little bit. Yeah, we'll have French bulldogs too at our rescue farm. Yeah, I just want to visit cute animals. I don't want to take them all home. I want to take
Okay.
home the pigs, the
Fair enough.
cats,
I
and the
mean, fair
bulldog,
enough.
French bulldog.
You're at least putting thought into it. So we at least don't have. If you ever got a snippet amount of money, we at least don't have to worry about you buying an exotic pet.
No. Okay,
At least
so
there's
what are you
that.
gonna get? Are you gonna have like a hyena or something? What are you gonna have?
No. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I'd probably get anything to keep on the property. I mean, I have my little dog, and I'd probably keep a couple of dogs. If anything, probably the craziest thing I want is a couple of Rottweilers. I want big 150-pound Rottweilers. I've
Okay.
never been able to have one because I don't have a house big enough for it. And I feel like in order to have a dog that large, you need a yard. 'Cause, yeah, you got to
Yeah.
walk them, but they still need a yard for to be able to go out and play in. And I have a posted side stamp yard, so um, I think that'd probably be about the only thing. Because I mean, everything else, I'm not interested. I've had horses. I've had a farm, and I've had a bunch of different animals and things, and it's cool and all, but that means like if you want to leave and go out, even for the evening, you have to plan for the worst case scenario in case an animal gets sick, who's taking care of it,
Well, let's
or
wait though.
God
Wait though.
forbid, it
You said if I had all this money,
hmm
so I have people to help me take care of the animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, Frank's cat did attack me once, and we have photographic proof. Okay, it's an amazing photo. We're
Careful,
sitting on the
Frank. He's
couch.
trying to sue you.
Harry's sitting next to me. He took the photo the exact moment. So in the photo, my hands are up, and I'm like, but you can't really see my face because all you see is this big white cat, and you see the cat's paws are up. It is just, dude, it is the perfect photo. Like, just what a perfect moment in time of me being attacked by the cat. This big white fluffy cat. Um, okay, so my here's my ultimate dream in life. My ultimate dream in life.
Mhm.
I don't want responsibility. I want a guy, right? Like my faucet drips, I'm gonna call the guy,
Okay.
right?
Makes sense.
I'm gonna go out of town, so somebody needs to watch the pets. I got a guy who's gonna do that. Like the pool needs to be cleaned, I got a guy. The walkway needs to be shoveled, I got a guy. I want zero responsibility in my life. That's my ultimate dream. I just want somebody else to deal with it because I just want to hang out all day, every day, and do what I want. That's yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, honestly, can't argue with that. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I know I oftentimes have a hard time letting other people deal with things and not stepping in. I'm that person that usually says, "Why would I let someone else do it? Like, never send a man to do a woman's job." Like, that's where I make
Okay.
mistakes, is letting somebody else do my job because it doesn't work well. It doesn't go the way I want it
Okay.
to
Okay.
go.
So again, we're gonna assume that money's no issue. You've
Mhm.
got a fat bank account. Money's no issue. You're in your basement and there's water dripping from the pipe. You really want to deal with that? You really want to have to figure that out and have to fix it and figure out how to fix it? That's what you want to do? Wouldn't you rather just call somebody and let them figure it out and they worry about it and then they just fix it and you just pay the money?
Yes, on both accounts, actually.
Right? Like,
When I do have plumbing issues, I am the one that actually goes ahead and tries to fix it. And I have a dad's a retired plumber, so I have a guy that I do call, and if I can't do it, he fixes it. But a lot of times I try and handle it myself. I'll call him and say, okay, I need to do this. How do I do that? Or, I'll call him and say, hey, I think I fixed it. Did I actually fix it? Or am I just going to just jank up the plumbing? Like,
see, that's me too, but because I don't have an unlimited bank account, so I don't wanna have to call somebody, so I have to try to figure it out myself, and, like, because it's snowing today, so yesterday morning, here I am out in the yard, and I'm prepping for snow, and
mhm,
I'm getting ready. If I didn't have to do that, like, maybe I would, right? Because if I'm just home hanging out because I'm gonna play video games, I'm gonna do all my crafting stuff, I'm gonna watch TV, like, I got things I'm gonna do, I got hobbies. I'm gonna read some books, but maybe I would want to putz around the yard. But then that's perfect because if I want to do it, I'm gonna go out and putz around, and if I don't want to, the guy's gonna do it for me, right? Perfect.
I
I
would
can do what I want.
definitely hire a driver. That'd be the first thing
Yeah.
I'd do is I would definitely hire a driver, not necessarily for me. I don't like other people driving me around. I prefer to drive, but my kid, I hate car loop. I absolutely despise car loop. I've been doing car loop for uh, 7 years now with her, and I've still got like another. Listen, if I never have to drive car loop again, it'll be too soon. I would hire 2 to 3 different drivers if it meant I never had to step foot on any of these campuses again for that. That I definitely do. A lot of it, though, I find that people, I'd hire a cleaner. I don't want
Oh,
to do
hell
that.
yeah.
I don't want to do that
And a
anymore at all.
chef.
No, I don't like people messing with my kitchen. I don't like
Oh
them touching
god.
the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't want to cook ever again.
I don't mind cooking. I just don't want to clean it.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, that one I wouldn't
Like I
hire
said,
a
my
chef.
my
I'd hire
dream
someone.
is I guess I just don't want to have to do things. And if you could do things for fun, great. I want to bake cupcakes. It's fun. Awesome. But like, ugh, it's a chore. I have to cook dinner every night. I don't want to do it. right? I think that's the difference. And it's you do it because you want to do it. You're doing it because it's fun.
Hmm.
Other things you have to do, and I just don't want to have to do anything. I'm tired of responsibility.
I get
Clean,
that. I don't like
cold.
adulting. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to do the pedally crap anymore. I'm tired of the pedally crap. There was a lot that I could do without pedally stuff. Bigger stuff, I don't mind a lot of it, but pedally, yeah, I can't.
But
Can I
see, like if
hire
I
someone to
had,
go to the doctor for me too? Because that I definitely don't want to do.
if you got enough money, the doctor will just come to your house.
Still don't want to talk to him. Can I hit him when he tells me something I don't like? I mean, am I paying him to?
I was gonna say for enough money, you probably could.
Because I
For
mean, if
enough,
I'm paying him good money, I want to be able to punch him when he pisses me off because he's gonna do it.
there's a price for everything, and I bet you could find somebody.
True. Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
See, like I want to go swimming in the pool, but I don't want to have to be the one who has to maintain the pool. I just want it to be ready. When I'm ready to swim, I'm gonna be there. You know?
I'm with you on that one. I can't clean the pool sucks. That takes way too long.
Yeah.
Skimming it, chlorine, chemical, even if it's salt water, it takes too long.
Yeah.
I want to turn my pool into a saltwater pool eventually, but because it takes less to deal with, but at the same time, it's going to take a while to switch it from chlorine
Yeah.
to salt. So, yay!
I watch videos all the time of people power washing things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go fuck around and power wash stuff, but it's gonna look like shit. So like, I would just want to go have fun, and then the guy can come and like actually do a good job and make it look nice. Like, let me go out there first and just have fun, write names, do whatever, draw a little pig, and he'll come out and he'll make it all look nice and
Yeah.
clean it.
So,
Yeah, see, Farq said, yeah, give him something electronic because we were talking about fixing things and
yeah.
who has to fix things. And he said, yeah, he fixes electronic things, no problem, but DIY stuff, good luck. And that's how it is. Perry fixes electronic stuff. Like he replaced all the dials in his car.
Mm-hmm.
He replaced the I was like, who are you? He replaced the motor for the window, all this, but like building a desk, he's gonna throw it out the window. But see, like my chair that's sitting in the box next to me, I'm gonna build the chair because I'm gonna read the directions and I'm gonna build it. See, he doesn't want to read the directions. I think that might want to come down to. I want
Him
to
and
read
Ripple have
things.
that in common because he likes to tinker with all the electronics and stuff. I don't mess
Mhm.
with any of that stuff. I let him deal with it, but he doesn't read directions either. Drives me insane at times. Some for certain things, I'm like, you really have to read the directions before we start playing with whatever it is. But yeah, no, we're the same way. Although he does do a lot of the hands-on stuff, but certain things I'd rather take care of. Plumbing issues are easier for me. I'm smaller, can get under there easier for the most part. Although when my kitchen sink was leaking last, he fixed it, so I didn't have to. So that was a bonus. But
No, like I said, I would rather not do any of it. And if I had limited money, okay, so I'm taking my private jet for my Japan trip. What else I'm gonna do? So when you're on a cruise ship, there's like a certain level of cabin where only those people, like there's a second pool that only people in that certain level of cabin can go to.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to rent out all those cabins. I don't know how many cabins it is, but I'm going to get all of those. I'm going to have all the like really fancy cabins on the ship. So everyone else will be on the ship because who wants? I don't want to be on a cruise ship by myself. That'd be lame. But they all have to be at like the pool with everyone else. But then me and whoever else I invite along in my cabins, like we're going to have our own personal pool. And I'm going to make sure that there's ice cream there. I don't know if there is or not, but let me tell you, I'm gonna have enough money. There's gonna be ice cream. Yeah, I think that'd be amazing. That's my plan.
No. Okay. So unlimited amounts of money. You hire a bunch of people to do things. Okay, understandable.
Hmm.
What would you do for fun though? Now we've already established travel. what would you do on a day to day for fun?
Okay. I'm going to play video games. I'm going to read books. I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to do I do crafty things. I'm going to buy a $15,000 laser cutter, and actually, because the $15,000 one is the one that I look at now and dream about that I'll never be able to afford. But hell, if I have that much money, there's probably one that's $25,000 I could buy. I don't know. I'll have to like build a room in the house to vent this thing out. Like, I'll probably use it once. I don't know. I'm going to do tons of crafty things. Um, I don't know. I'm a nerd. I'm going to be making spreadsheets because spreadsheets are fun.
I like that.
Like I said, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna see they're gonna come to pressure wash the walkway and be like, "Hey, man, let me help you out." And I'm gonna go mess around and make designs, and then they can finish pressure washing. Trust me, I have enough things that interest me that to keep me occupied. I probably will. Like, I want to go do things. I don't know. I'll have unlimited money. I'm gonna go to the store and buy decorations. I have my Christmas mouse and my Halloween mouse. I don't know. Maybe I'll be at Home Depot every day to find out if they put out a mouse for other holidays. I don't know.
First thing I'd do, I'd buy a clothing company.
Okay.
I would make specifically long shorts for young girls and teenage girls because that is all I ever hear complaints about from moms and things is I can't find clothes, appropriate clothing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill that niche of appropriate clothing for the appropriate age groups.
Okay, so other than your clothing line, what are you doing for fun all day?
Honestly, probably going to be making gowns because that is fun at times.
Okay.
But I would do it in a time crunch free. It would be the first time I've ever made a gown, literally in my entire life, that I did not have a particular time frame,
Mhm.
and it wasn't getting down to the last hour. There's been times where I've worked on costumes where I'm quite honestly sewing the last few stitches minutes before delivery. So I would really like to just take my time designing and making an elaborate gown because that's oftentimes what stops me from doing costumes is it can cost a lot of money quick. Yeah, there's a few costumes that are like, yeah, I'd really like to do. Really
See,
like to
that's the thing is when like I said, I don't want responsibility. So things are fun when you're just doing them to do them. As soon as there's a due date, as soon as you have to give it to somebody and somebody's relying on you, it becomes not fun anymore. Like I make crafts. I don't make things for people. I don't enjoy making things for people. Well, I make things for people, but they don't know I'm making them. I just make them and then I give them to people.
do.
As soon as somebody wants me to make something, it's no fun because now I'm stressed about it. I don't want to stress about things. I want to do it just because I'm having fun doing it.
Honestly, the worst I ever had, the worst time I ever had making a costume, it wasn't the costume that made it bad. It wasn't the fabric that I was dealing with that made it terrible, honestly, because the fabric was gorgeous. I loved it. We picked it out. We picked out everything. We picked out the pattern, the whole nine. What made it a nightmare was um, the fact that we knew that we were giving that dress away as soon as we were done. I mean, it was such a pain in the ass, and it took way too much time. So that was probably the worst. And I would not make that dress again for someone else if
You'd make it for
possible.
yourself.
Yeah, I would absolutely. I'd make it for myself before I make it for anybody else. I would never make that dress for someone else again.
Hmm.
It takes too much time, way too much time. So yeah, that's what I do is I would design costumes for me.
Yeah, things are much more fun when it's not a responsibility. I don't know. I can't wait. I can't wait for a life of no responsibility. That's a dream. I know
Yeah,
people, some of my coworkers are close to retirement and they're like stressing about what are they going to do, and I'm like, don't you have a life, not work? Like I mean, what are you going to do? What do you do when you go home? Don't you do things? Don't you, like, I can think of a million things I'd rather do than go to work.
I guess some people don't. I mean, like I said,
They
that's one
don't. I
of the
don't
things
know.
I would think you should have on your bucket list is just day to day things. Not even because everyone always puts traveling on their list. That's the first thing everyone always puts on is everywhere they want to travel. But what about the day to day things? Just I want to go to the beach for a couple of hours and do nothing but sit there and maybe have a picnic.
I'm going to go eat at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat at Cracker Barrel at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because
not bad.
there's not many people there. And I don't want to deal with everyone else. And I love Cracker Barrel. I go every day. Who knows?
I mean, not bad options. Not even not bad options. So you could always do those things.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, mom's semi-retiring from costuming, so she's been asking me. She's starting to slowly go stir crazy as more time starts passing, and she's like, "I don't know what to do. I need something to do." And I'm like, "How about we make some of the 1,000 costumes that we bought patterns for? Because we're gonna make this for us.
Mm-hmm.
How about we make those?"
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, one that particularly comes to mind, there's a dress that Winona Ryder wore for Dracula when she was in Bram Stoker's Dracula. And they used the same dress for a lot of promotionals for the movie as well. It's big, beautiful dress, long train, all nine. I'm like, why don't we do that one? I have no idea what we're going to use it for because it is a really heavy dress to wear in Florida. So, I mean, this would literally just be something that we made just to say we did it.
Yep.
How about we start there and we'll just go from there? I think I got her on board. I think I've got her there. So hopefully she doesn't go crazy before I talk her into doing something. It's either that or she can start making voodoo dolls. Something's got to give.
She could have like a whole second career making voodoo dolls. Make custom voodoo dolls. Like send me a photo of somebody and I'll make you a voodoo doll.
Oh, she made one for Tiny Giant a couple of years back for her birthday. It is the coolest thing. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's more like a rag doll, but still cool doll. She even made the hair out of yarn and everything. Awesome. Yeah, she could sell them for a decent price too. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen the price of some of those dolls go for.
That's what I'm saying. There's a market for everything.
I went to buy a voodoo doll 2 years ago for my costume, and I was like, yeah, no, I'd rather make it for that price. I thought I'd buy it, save myself some time, from having to do it myself. Not for what they're charging. I'd rather do it myself. I guess that's what I did. Made it myself. But my.
There's a market for everything. There is a store across the road from us. They sell nesting dolls. Okay, this is the store. It's the nesting doll store.
Just they nesting dolls?
Yeah, nesting dolls.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they'd be that popular.
You wouldn't think so. And I've always wondered because this building's been there for like 30 years. It's hot pink, right? And I'm always like, it's hot pink, I think, to piss the town off. But like, who's buying nesting dolls? Apparently, they do a tremendous amount of online business.
Mm-hmm.
But the store itself, a lot of people go in. Like, you could go in if you want a Star Wars nesting doll set, you want, I don't know, ducks, you want pigs. They've just got, like, oodles of styles. Who would think that would ever be a viable business? But yeah, they make good money. And all they sell is nesting dolls. That's what I'm saying. If you had a voodoo doll store, I guarantee you there's a market. Guarantee you.
Mm-hmm. What's too funny? I honestly didn't think anybody still bought nesting dolls like that. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Good for them though. All that time still going strong. Good for them.
I know. It's weird. But I've never been in it. I just look at it when I go by. Like I said, it's hot pink. You can't miss it. But yeah, Kevin May said if he had a stream on YouTube, then it's chore if you're enjoying it because it's fun. Yeah, exactly. Just think if you had all the money in the world, you could live stream all day long just because you're having fun hanging out with people And who cares whether people watch, don't watch? You don't need it. It's not your job. You don't need to make money. You're having fun with it. But if you're trying to make money on YouTube, then it is a chore because now you got to do it. You got to edit videos. You got to come up with topics. Like, yeah, it sucks the fun out of it.
Yeah. I probably would upload more videos online in general, honestly, that have nothing much else to do except for like whatever I want to do. So I'd probably start messing with more videos.
Okay, what would
Better
you make?
equipment.
What would you make videos on?
I'd probably build more Halloween props, so it'd probably be that and costumes. Yeah, makeup. I like playing with makeup. It's so much fun, especially when I make myself like when you're doing like horror makeup.
Mhm.
It's so much fun because there's no right or wrong to it. You just do what feels good to you at that time, and the messier it looks, the better it is. So yeah, I love doing horror makeup.
Yeah. So I stream video games on Thursdays. I would like to do more YouTube videos, but I don't know what to do because I feel like as much as I talk, I feel like my life is boring and like I don't really have anything good to say. So I have no clue what I would ever make a video on if it's not me playing a video game. And even then, when I play video games, usually to every week, I'm like, I overthink everything. Every week, I'm like, Perry, what do I do? I don't know what to say. I feel dumb. I'm sitting here, I'm playing. I don't know what to talk to. And he's always like, talk to the chat. I'm like, but the chat's not talking to me. I don't know what to say.
So what we need to do, Perry, is we're gonna get her an
Yeah.
inflatable dinosaur costume this month, and then
Oh my God,
next
the
month
T
we're gonna have
Rex
to get her.
costume.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get her like new inflatable costumes every month.
Yeah.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna send her to the store in these costumes, or like maybe you can take her out for like a night. Go, go have dinner or something while she's wearing these. Perfect conversation starter right there. So this week you'll never guess what I did. And Perry, you can dress up in costume too. When she's the T Rex, you can dress up in a Jurassic Park park ranger costume. You could be the dinosaur wrangler. And then when she
Okay.
dresses as the alien, you could dress as the scientist trying to capture and study the alien. I got ideas. We
I
could
do.
do
I already
that.
have a Pikachu and a Kirby. Can you imagine how, like, we're going to go to the store? How quickly is someone going to call the cops or kick us out of the store that the two of us show up in costumes? Like, where are we going in costume? I don't understand.
Drip was walking in
Am
the
I,
kitchen.
okay, so now, okay, I'm going to dress up, I'm going to dress as a Pikachu. What am I doing as Pikachu? Am I just, like, going to the grocery store? Like, what am I
Creating
doing as
chaos. Who
Pikachu?
cares? Who cares? Run up to people and say hi. Or like maybe I don't know, get a marker in your hand and draw a lightning bolt on them. Like run up to random strangers and draw a lightning bolt on their hand and then run away. Say pika pika, and then run away. Why not? I got Dreadpool out here acting like a dinosaur wandered around, and I think he was trying to howl like a dinosaur, but it sounded more like a chicken clucking. But it was potato, same difference. They say that dinosaurs are giant chickens, so I mean, hey, why not? It makes sense. Yes, that's all you gotta do is just run around the store and create chaos. Don't even, in fact, sometimes don't even say anything. Just walk up to people, stand there, look at them, turn the suit sideways, and then just stand back up and then turn around and walk away. It's I would just do it just to see what people say. Why not? It'd be hilarious. You're not doing anything wrong, so you can't get in trouble for it.
Yeah, you get in trouble for a lot of things, even if you're doing nothing wrong, but.
That's true. Oh, you already have Pikachu and Kirby. Okay,
Hmm?
see, so you need to wear. I love Kirby and Pikachu. Okay, yeah, so definitely. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Next week, you're gonna wear that costume out somewhere. I don't care where. Perry, you're gonna dress as Ash or James. I don't care.
We
Whatever.
had like a beach ball, paint it
You
as a Pokeball. Yeah, he's gonna throw it at me.
you just run around yelling, Pika Pika. Just walk up to random people and be like, Pikachu. They'll walk away. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent.
Okay, so when you have unlimited money and you have all day to do this, are you going to be in costume running around doing things? Or are you going
Oh
to be
yeah.
like filming other people doing things? Like
Oh,
you're
I'm
going to get
getting
everyone else to
extra.
dress up.
I'm getting extra with it.
Okay.
Or no, I'm getting extra with it. I'm wearing like full on princess gowns with tiaras and elbow length gloves one day. I will walk up wearing an inflatable dinosaur costume the next. Like it's going to be game on. I have a Halo costume. I would absolutely wear that to actually. I have worn that to the grocery store. So I would absolutely do it again. Then there was another time Dreadpool went out. I don't remember if he went out of town for the weekend or if it was like just a day or something. But the day that I got the Halo costume was an accident. I ended up getting this Halo costume. And I was like, oh, when he comes back in, I'm not going to tell him about it. I'm just going to just like pop out in it, like, surprise, and see what he says. Best day of my life. I startled him and made him laugh at the same time. It was great. Good times. Good times. Because my helmet you can actually wear on your head. And
Nice.
apparently, if you take a bunch of screws out, you can. But who's doing all that to get
Yeah.
a helmet on? Like, that's lame. Mine came ready to wear. So buy the deluxe costume, guys. There's your lesson. It fits small adults. But yeah, I'd wear costumes all the time. That's probably all I would do. I would probably go into cosplaying full time. Just for fun.
I've only ever worn a costume on Halloween. I don't think I've ever worn a costume. Like you would just wear it just day to day though. Like it's Tuesday, I'm Master Chief. Right? Like you would just it's a random
Someone else
day and you
has
have a
to be
costume.
Cortana, but I'll be Master Chief. I have the costume. So I'll be Master Chief. Someone else has to be Cortana because it's not going to be me. Listen, I've done Princess Slave Leia before. Where I'm done. I've had my fun. Someone else gets to wear the Skippy costume this time.
You need to be Jabba the Hutt and have Dreadpool be Princess Leia.
I am not remaking that costume either, so I'm afraid, unfortunately, he gets to be Jabba the Hutt for that one because I'm not remaking that costume, and it's a bit too small to fit him. But yeah, I have that costume. I made that costume when we got engaged. Actually, that was a surprise for him at our engagement party. Take
Wait,
a look.
Jabba the Hutt or Princess Leia?
Princess Leia, Jabba the Hutt. Yes, it came out as a very sexy Jabba the Hutt. I did a whole dance and everything. Yeah.
As I say, that was a surprise. We're engaged. Here I am as Jabba the Hutt. Aren't I turning you on?
That is exactly what happened.
Every
I
man's
walked out and
dream.
slapped the fat roll and went.
Yeah. You want a piece of this?
Do I make you horny, baby? Do I? I would like to see Dreadpool as Cortana as well. How did we meet? You want to know how we
Yeah,
met?
I think that's the fact. Okay, so Yobi wanted to know, and the fact that Dreadpool said it means it has to be a good story. So we need to hear this now.
It's not that. It's really not. It's really kind of a short story. He used to dance with some of the ladies that I danced with. I belonged to a dance troupe. And way before I ever joined, he danced with some of them. And he did swing dance and things. And for probably a good 2 years or so, all I kept hearing about is, you've got to meet this guy. You have to meet this guy. He's so amazing. He's so good looking. Oh my God, you have to meet this guy. And I finally met him at a Halloween party. And I kind of looked at him and went, this is the fucking guy?
This is it. 2
Like,
years.
this is the guy that I was supposed to meet? I don't get it, but okay. Didn't see him for a while. He started showing up to events, and he annoyed me. He annoyed me. So then I had to get to know him because he annoyed me. And while he was supposed to be a temporary fling, somehow we ended up accidentally getting married and having a child. Now here I am.
He said it was at the
Love
beach
story for
first.
ages. Huh?
He said it was at the beach.
Mm.
That's
That
where
was
that's
when you started hanging out again. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's where he started annoying you.
Yeah. Yeah. He annoyed me.
Oh, he says I didn't show interest, and that annoyed her.
Yeah. Did. It did. Cool, because at first he was talking to me, and then the next thing you know, he's like, I'm too cool to hang out with this chick. And it's like, excuse me, motherfucker. Have you looked at you and me? Who are you to ignore me? How dare you, peasant? Besides, we all know who settled here. Is it? He's gonna start typing as if he's not standing literally in front of me. Like, please don't let you guys don't do not for 1 second think I just drag on him. He's standing right in front of me, okay? He's still gonna give me a hassle. I know it. Ah. Mm-hmm. You settled all right. For sure. For sure.
I don't know though. I think he married up, man. He doesn't ever have to deal with plumbing problems. That right there, like what a bonus, right?
Exactly. And I'm amazing in all kinds of ways. Like, come on now. You cannot now be lucky. I'm not conceited, I'm convinced. There's a difference, folks. Just want to throw that out there. If you're told your entire life how amazing and awesome and gorgeous you are they is it really being conceited when you buy into the hype? No, no, not at all. Yes, you have to watch Grandma's Boy. I'm gonna watch Grandma's Boy after this. I feel like that's one of the movies that's on YouTube for free right now. YouTube has a ton of movies for free right now, and they've got some really good ones.
Okay, I'll have to watch it. Perry's seen it because he references it. That's how I know. I'm telling you, one of the guys from Grandma's Boy is in Reno 911. The guy in Reno 911, I'm pretty sure it's Terry.
Yeah, it's the
He
guy that
wears
plays
he
the
wears
gay
the
hooker.
yeah, he's a gay
Yeah,
hooker. He wears little green shorts and he always roller skates.
yeah,
Isn't he in Grandma's Boy?
yeah. He's in. It's
Yeah.
the boy. He's the one with the car bed. I can't think of
Okay.
their names, but yeah, yeah, he's in it. Sweet car.
Okay. I'll have to watch it. Though I don't know. I see now I'm piling all this stuff I have to do this week. I have to build my chair. I have to figure out how to make my background mask my chair out. I have to watch Grandma's Boy.
Hmm.
Man, things are piling up here.
It'll be.
See, this is the thing. I want no responsibility. I want to
Fine.
just come home and do nothing.
You have to rent it. It's okay because I'm pretty sure it's on one of the. It's on one of the streaming sites right now. I know it is. I've seen it recently. I've seen it
We
advertised.
we probably own it.
Ooh,
You
idiot.
think you think I don't have a basement full of movies? But is it me who I don't ever watch any movie? I'm married to Mr. Movie. He owns a gazillion of them.
Mhm.
He burns them all. So all the discs are in the basement, but then he burns them all to the home theater. So it's probably ready for me to watch. See, yep, he has it. Of course, I told you he did. Why wouldn't he?
Perfect.
Oh, the
Oh,
unrated
yeah,
version.
even better.
I don't know,
I
wait,
honestly don't remember what the difference between the rated and the
his
unrated version was, honestly.
yeah, I have to Google that because we watched the uncut version of Dumb and Dumber.
Hmm.
Don't. I'm just telling you now, do not watch the uncut version of Dumb and Dumber.
That
No,
bad, huh?
yes, it's gross. It's horrible. Just watch the normal movie. It's amazing. One of my favorite
I gotta
movies.
be
It's
honest, Dumb and
great.
Dumber is one of those movies I didn't like anyway.
God, I
I
love
saw
Dumb and
it
Dumber.
once when it came out, and I've never watched it again. I didn't think it was that funny. I thought it was really stupid. It's kind of like there were several movies that people have liked over the years that I couldn't stand. That Tom Green movie, didn't think
Tom
his
Green's just
movie was
dumb, but
funny. Um, yeah, it just seemed like toilet humor to
yeah,
me.
you might need a barf bag for Dumb and Dumber unrated. Yeah, you will. It's really don't. It's horrible. The original movie's great. It's one of the posters. No, we got Dumb and Dumber 2 is the poster on our wall down here.
I
Yeah,
didn't have any urge to see that one at all either. Still haven't seen it.
yeah. Oh god, I love Dumb and Dumber. Wait, but okay. I love stupid movies. I love Dumb and Dumber. I love Talladega Nights.
That movie's funny.
I could watch that all day long. I love it.
Shake and Bake. That movie's actually funny though. Shake and Bake.
The kids are Walker and
Woo-hoo!
Texas Ranger.
That movie's
Shut your
funny.
mouth, Chip.
Fuck you, Grandpa. Movie's bad. Funny.
Sweet 8 pound 6 ounce baby Jesus. I had a picture of my baby Jesus wearing a tuxedo T-shirt because he's formal, but I'm here to party. Just
Oh gosh, great times, good stuff. My goodness gracious! Oh, it's about that time, guys. It's almost we're almost at the 2 hour mark
yeah,
yet again. So I say we do the. I say we cut it off before it tries to cut us off again.
yeah. Before the little cane comes out and makes the screen go black.
Trying to beat the program before it beats us. So how about
Okay. Well,
that? Okay.
I'm gonna spend my week dreaming of all the places I'll never go because I need to win the like $1 billion lottery to go there. But that's
Mhm.
okay. In the meantime, I want to live vicariously through everyone else. I want to know all the trips that everyone else goes on.
I actually speak back. That's one of the things I want to do that's on my bucket list. I want to rent a castle and play out some of the scenes from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Actually,
Well, if
that's
you upload it, Back for the Dead will not watch it. That will not be a live stream he's watching.
oh, I can understand. I understand. Not every movie's for everybody, and that's
Yeah.
fine. It's absolutely fine. But with that being said, we're gonna get going because I have to start plotting the rest of my week. I get to terrorize the villagers for the rest of the week. So good times to be had.
Yep.
But with that being said, we'll be back next week
Mm-hmm.
trying to get back on the same time schedule, 9 o'clock. I was real close today, guys.
Yeah, did
I know
good.
you saw that. I was only a few minutes late. But with that being said, I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Pickles.
Have a good week, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.